somebody made a comment about, why would recruits still come here? But for the same reason recruits, came here. Let's not forget, Manny pulled in. Um, Manny was able to pull in a top 15 class after going 6-6, and Mario's one of, if not the best recruiter in the country.
Yeah. Yeah, let me just read something to you, Slim, real quick. This is a tweet from Malik Bryant immediately after the FSU game, or like during it while we're in the middle of getting blown out. He's at the game, I think, and he says, "Class of 23 and 24. This should motivate y'all. Let's effing go, man." That's the mindset of these guys coming in, because we said it before. Mario is not a bullshitter. He's not a bullshit artist. He's not going to come in here lying. He didn't come in here lying and say, "Yeah, we're going to immediately compete for a national championship this year." And he said it. I've said this, where if you pay attention to what Mario was saying, he was never promising an ACC championship. He was never promising a national championship right now. The words that were coming out of his mouth were rebuild, culture shift. And that's something that takes time. And I'm really not, like, am I upset that we lost to Florida State and they just smacked us around like a prison hoe? Yeah, I am. But you know what? I'm not worried, because this is the same guy that won 2 Pac-12 titles and a Rose Bowl at Oregon after they were 4-8.
No, well, minor correction. 52-10 is getting smacked around like a prison bitch.
I'd say we got smacked around like a prison bitch, but they just kind of toned it down.
I mean, how long has it been since we have scored a touchdown?
Body, and they said, "Yeah, we're just gonna stop. We feel bad at this point."
Alex, how long has it been since we have scored a touchdown?
I did the math.
I know you did.
9 quarters.
And how many minutes was that?
Ooh, let me pull up my little calculator.
135
minutes.
You needed a calculator for that?
Yeah, well, this dude said it, man. We're dumb. We're idiots.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Maybe I can find that comment. I can highlight it again, just for anybody who missed it. If you didn't get the memo, we are idiots.
Well, and there's also...
We have gone the length of a feature film without scoring a touchdown.
I think people also have to look at what goes on in college football. For instance, we're bad. Texas A&M is bad. Texas A&M has people leaving left and right, has decommits left and right. We don't have anybody leaving yet, and no commits have decommitted. But look at that 3-game losing skid to Florida State. They had decommits. Look at Florida's season; they've got decommits. Not all things are equal.
Hold up. Dave, I just got to address this, because this guy's talking so much shit out of his ass. Dave Portnoy. I don't know if this is the Barstool guy. I doubt that at 12:18 on Friday he'd be listening to... It's not
Dave Portnoy.
No.
Well, it's David Portnoy. Sorry. Yeah. So David Portnoy, ask Oregon fans how happy they are that Cristobal is gone. Dude, I remember when there was talks about maybe Cristobal leaving, and they loved Mario. They're just rewriting history because he left.
Yeah, when there was talk about...
came in there with the cupboard full, and he's playing in the weak-ass Pac-12, barely escaping mediocre teams. Yeah, he's blown out a few teams, but guess what? He almost lost to freaking Arizona State and the water boy Nesta Silvera.
Well, let's also
Georgia.
Let's also not forget Oregon fans were talking about throwing Mario the bag to keep him. Not only when there was talks about him coming to Miami, but when there was also talks about him being the heir apparent to Nick Saban. They were like, Oregon fans were tweeting at Phil Knight to pay whatever he wanted for him to stay.
Oregon, when Mario left, was that chick we all knew that her boyfriend broke up with her, and then now she started calling him toxic. That's what Oregon fans were. Oh, wait, that's what they are.
Yeah, they go back now and they're like, "Yeah, you're doing bad. See, and we got the great." Yeah. Now they're talking out of their asses. But Yeah. Mario is a really good recruiter, and you see what Oregon's doing now with what Mario recruited. So, we'll see. Only time will tell. All of this is going to get figured out. In 7 weeks, we are going to be back on top. It's the off season. We're going to rule the college football world.